Have you ever felt like someone was pulling your strings, but you just couldn't put your finger on it? That unsettling feeling is often the signature of dark psychology at play. It's not about mind control from a sci-fi movie. It's about subtle, manipulative tactics we encounter every day. Think about that salesperson who tells you it's the last one in stock to rush your decision. That's a classic scarcity tactic. Dark psychology is the art of influencing others for personal gain, often by exploiting our emotions and cognitive biases. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on these techniques, especially how they can sneak into our closest relationships, and more importantly, how you can spot them and protect yourself. Let's start with one of the most insidious forms, family gaslighting. Picture this. You bring up a distinct memory from your childhood, something that really affected you. But your parent looks at you completely straight-faced and says, "That never happened. You're just being dramatic. You've always had a wild imagination." Suddenly, you're questioning your own sanity. Your reality is being denied and rewritten right in front of you. This isn't just a simple misremembering. It's a calculated move to maintain control and invalidate your feelings. By making you doubt your own perception, the manipulator positions themselves as the sole authority on truth. Over time, this erodes your confidence and makes you more dependent on them for your sense of reality. It's a powerful and deeply damaging tool. Now, let's talk about love bombing. It sounds sweet, but it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Imagine you meet a new friend, and they are just perfect. They shower you with compliments, buy you gifts, and insist on spending every single moment together. They say things like, "I've never met anyone like you," or "You're the only person who truly gets me." It feels amazing, intoxicating even. You feel seen and cherished. But here's the catch. This overwhelming display of affection isn't genuine connection. It's a strategy. The goal is to get you hooked, to make you dependent on their validation and presence. Once you're fully invested and your guard is down, the dynamic can shift dramatically. The constant attention might turn into possessiveness, and the compliments might be withdrawn to keep you chasing that initial high. It's a rapid, intense phase of idealization designed to secure your loyalty before the manipulation truly begins. Another common tactic within families is the silent treatment. It's far more than just needing some space to cool off. This is a weaponized silence. Imagine you have a minor disagreement with a family member over something trivial, like dinner plans. Instead of talking it out, they shut down completely. They won't look at you, won't respond to your questions, and act as if you don't exist. The silence stretches on for days. The entire household becomes tense and uncomfortable. You start to feel anxious, guilty, and desperate to break the silence. Eventually, you find yourself apologizing profusely, even if you don't believe you were in the wrong, just to make it stop. That's the goal. The silent treatment is a form of emotional punishment designed to force submission. It communicates that their affection and communication are conditional, and they can be withdrawn at any moment to make you comply. It's a passive-aggressive power play that leaves deep emotional scars. The guilt trip, a timeless classic in the manipulator's handbook. This is especially potent when it comes from a relative. They'll often leverage past sacrifices or favors as emotional currency. Let's say you're considering a job opportunity in another city. You're excited, but when you tell your mother, her response is, "After everything I've sacrificed to give you a good life here, you just leave me all alone." Or maybe a cousin says, "Remember that time I helped you move?" The least you could do is lend me money now. They're not just expressing their feelings. They're creating a sense of indebtedness. They're framing your personal choices as a betrayal of their past kindness. This makes you feel selfish and obligated to put their needs before your own. It's a powerful way to control your decisions by weaponizing your own sense of loyalty and gratitude. Next up is a technique sales professionals know well, but it happens everywhere: the foot in the door technique. It starts small, almost ridiculously so. Your new neighbor asks if you could just grab their mail while they're out for an afternoon. It's a tiny favor, and of course, you say yes. You want to be a good neighbor. A week later, they ask if you could water their plants for a weekend. Still manageable. But then comes the big ask. You've been so helpful. I was wondering if you could house sit and watch my dog for a whole month while I travel. You feel trapped. You've already established a pattern of saying yes, and saying no now feels disproportionately difficult and rude. This technique works by gradually escalating the requests. By getting you to agree to small, easy commitments first, the manipulator makes it psychologically harder for you to refuse larger ones later. Your desire to remain consistent works against you. Let's explore two more intertwined tactics common in families: mirroring and comparison. Mirroring can start subtly. Your sibling suddenly takes up your favorite hobby, starts dressing like you, or uses your unique phrases. At first, it might seem like flattery, but then, the twist, they use this mirrored identity to one-up you or belittle your achievements. Oh, you ran a 10K. That's cute. I'm training for a full marathon. They adopt your persona only to devalue it. Then there's the toxic cousin of mirroring, constant comparison. This is when a parent repeatedly holds someone else up as a benchmark for your worth. Why can't you be more like your cousin Sarah? She's so successful and responsible. This isn't constructive feedback. It's a tool to undermine your self-worth. It creates a perpetual feeling of inadequacy and forces you into a competition you can never win. The goal is to keep you insecure and easier to control, always striving for an approval that is deliberately kept out of reach. So we've walked through some dark and difficult territory. From gaslighting to guilt trips, these tactics are designed to disorient you and give someone else power over your life. But knowledge is your first line of defense. Recognizing these patterns is the most crucial step. When you feel that knot in your stomach, that sense of confusion or obligation, pause and ask yourself, is this a healthy interaction? Are my feelings being respected? The key to protecting yourself is establishing and enforcing strong mental and emotional boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away from a conversation that makes you question your reality. You can say things like, I remember that differently, and my feelings about it are valid, or I'm not comfortable with that request, or I won't continue this conversation if you're giving me the silent treatment. It can be scary, especially with family, but your mental well-being is non-negotiable. You have the right to your own reality, your own feelings, and your own decisions. Start by trusting your gut. It's often the first alarm bell. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling drained, confused, or small, pay attention to that. Practice small boundary setting in low-stakes situations to build up your confidence. And most importantly, seek support. Talk to a trusted friend, a therapist, or a support group. You don't have to navigate this alone. Learning to spot and deflect these tactics is a skill. And like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. You deserve relationships built on respect, not manipulation. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content on understanding human psychology and protecting your peace. Stay safe and take care.